And if it does, you're just like, well, the game hates me. I don't think there's much else you can do about it. But it seems to have. I'm actually curious, RG, if you want to show the stats on the night, or excuse me, the action night. I'm curious to see what those odds actually are. And there we go. Max sleep, max hurt. So it's uncomfortable, but it's not. Yeah, and then the thing is, Adam Raptors is doing his in-game grind here basically at the same time. So I don't think we've seen anything better than this.
I mean, that's true, but the hard part is he's got to find Hawkins with enough resources to get what he needs out of Hawkins. And 13 and Bale is probably a decent choice here.
So at this point, I think you said that it would be good for the death necklace for that to be on the search box, and they have to do it. He might be putting all of his eggs in that basket. That it is the armor and not worrying about boxes. And he might blow through all of his MP on the way to doing that.
He's continuing. I'm a little surprised that I want to know what's on the other side of the swamp cave at this point. He's going to keep grinding. If he does 3 more or more, he'll have all getting returned at that point. They'd have enough outside to go back to Raymond.
Well, if he hasn't used it, I think he should still have a wings handy. Actually, I used it a little while ago, and I don't think I've seen any. Well, no, actually, never mind. So,
yeah, Adam at this point does not have enough resources to take out most spike bugs in the process. So I'd be surprised if he can move on here. He is casting outside here.
He did peek for the wings.
Yeah, okay. He's heading home. So he's banking on coordinates at this point. Archfield will be the first one to Hawkins likely here.
And the Archfield's picking up that level. It shows mild gains, but strength and health are a big limiting factor. You know Hawksness has the armor because there is no other place where it is allowed to be. And the Charlotte in this flag set. So they could have turned it off if they wanted to. No one in this tournament has chosen to do that, which is somewhat surprising. I thought we would see. In fact, I think we've only had one race where we changed any flags.
Yeah, I think that's the best right now. Obviously, that's an admin decision. We've got a very capable group of admins that are putting this thing on for us. But I like the fact that all the races will look the same, especially as a viewer, so that everybody knows exactly what to expect from the races.
Now, see, after a previous race where people were talking about how someone has, I'm going to try not to spoil a particular race, but there's been a race where somebody was talking about how they have 2 of the 3 fastest tournament times ever. Now, I want to put on speed hacks if I race anybody because, anybody else. I know you won't agree to it, but Archfield might. I don't think Adam Raptors would.
No, Archfield and I are both old men when it comes to this game, and we need that extra time to draw our maps. I don't have no time for hacks.
Oh, Archfield wasn't that.
Mental maps. So think about this. Adam traded about 600 XP for the dollar that's on the other side of Swamp Cave. I think earlier in the seed, that's a great trade. Where we are now, we'll see if Archfield, if it pays off for Archfield or not. But where we are now, I don't know if that's the best choice. And we'll see what the payoff is here in a second.
Oh man, getting shut down by this blue dragon. Archfield used a ton of resources to get this far. There was a lot of enemies that he killed. He brought him back into the experience range. But I think at this point, it's just Hawksness. I don't care about anything else. It's just Hawksness. So again, if he hasn't seen the South Rain Cave, he might push a little bit more just to find it here. Which,
there's nothing on this island, right? This island is tiny, so yeah, I think he's got 3 Healmores here. There's a 90% chance he can clear whatever's on the spike at this point.
Yeah, just straight. Nope. Okay, Green Dragons. They are not great, but you take it, and you probably probably take it till it kills you. And there you go.
All right, but he gets through with his men. He did not get slapped. That's probably the only green dragon that he's taken out on this spike. He's got the armor. He is looking for Harp trade-in and then the grind spot. I think his grind spot is probably going to be Axis. We don't know how much grinding, but we're sitting on 50 strength, 92 AP. We are probably at least 30 strength when you're thinking about it.
Yeah, and he's going to take this because you want to get any experience you can get at this point because you know that this fight is not great. It's not something you really want to grind on, and it's so much worse than the Axe Knight just because it's further away, and there's no reset point. The Axe Knight itself, Swamp Cave, is quite the distance away. So I think it was, 3.5 strings away from Rim, something like that. It's not a really comfortable refresh, but it's also not a respawn. You don't want to die. So
I haven't seen an overworld that I love either. Right? I mean, there's not an overworld spot that I really would like to commit to and want to get better than that.
And Archfield staying alive, just barely 1 hit point to get that last dream dragon.
Those green dragons, those dreadful green dragons.
I just think it's EMP when I see them go, ho ho ho, green dragon. And then I think we associate blue dragons with beta strike now, right?
So quick assessment here. XP is basically equal. Archfield's missing the trade-in cape for the harp. Adam is just missing the armor, which is not a guarantee when he gets there, right? The green dragon is probably the worst enemy you can find for this. I would expect that Adam actually has a 700 XP deficit. So maybe advantage Archfield here, but this is very close because Archfield has an unknown, whereas Adam basically has a known.
Yeah, and speaking of that unknown, Archfield is 100% going the wrong way. He's going to probably check that northwest corner he didn't see. So all he's going to get from this is whatever experience he finds in the overworld. And Adam Raptors knows where everything left is, I believe. Depending on where we left the Rainbow Drop Cave, I don't actually remember that one.
I don't remember. Archfield is boldly charging into the unknown.
No. He's actually going back to Swamp Cave. No, he's double checking, but I think he wants to go to Swamp Cave and grind while he double checks them. At least it looks like he's looking at this. Although he's seen everything, so this is, maybe he's just, he's just going to grind, and then he's going to worry about the staff frame, which is a little interesting if he hasn't seen it.
Well, Adam's going to sleep after a mismenued heal. The green, okay, there we go. The green was just 1 swing away, so he'll take this one down, and that'll clear that. Did he not search?
He did not. And Archfield is going to the green dragon and not the Axe Knight, which, as he just didn't see the sleep on the green dragon. There's no reason whatsoever to prioritize that. Or, he didn't Yui. He just didn't think he finished exploring here.
I was going to say, let it go, Archfield. Just let it go. You don't want that green dragon.
Yes, the green dragon is no one's friend. But Raptors is fine to stick around. Is he searched? He has to. He didn't take damage on the swamp, so he does have Bishop's armor.
Oh, okay, so 92 defense right here at 13. Interesting, because if 14 brings 4 more agility, it's not likely, but at 4 more agility, Adam has a sizable advantage in Repel in Charlotte.
And that may well matter. I don't know if it completely makes up the time for that surgeon. We see the green dragon being why the green dragon is no one's friend. What we might see here, though, is an advantage in Archfield. It depends. At this point, if you're Archfield, you kind of want to go level 3 lengthened, then 13 power is a good start.
Yeah, no, this strength is the only thing that's lacking right now. 11 heal more, 122 HP, right? You're 7 HP from being happy with the Death Necklace. But even with the DN on, you're still probably 10 strength lower than you want to be.
Yeah, and as Chad has pointed out, the fact that Adamanthus will be defense breaking the Rune Dragons to make repelling massively important. We just don't know if going to be able to do that, because this might be a fairy water sort of mandatory situation. The way the attack power is milling about and the hit points are coming up to it, that seems like that's going to be useful.
Yeah, this golem is actually kind of a big deal in the overworld. I know 92 AP is not really where you want to be golem hunting, but that's a very reasonable 350 for him to pick up, even if it takes 6 swings.
He's picking up level 14 as well. Yeah, that golem makes up for some things. It's probably not as good as what Archfield is doing right now. I have a feeling that Archfield's going to push to explore after this. I think part of the reason he came back was to double check a couple of things and just wanted to cover his bases and gain some experience, because it wasn't like this felt like he was about to go. You know, it didn't feel like that was that scenario.
Yeah, I'm interested here. I don't know if Adam's exactly heading back to where the harp trading was. I wonder if he lost it.
No, I think he's almost there.
Oh wow, he is maybe right there. That was a more convoluted path than I thought. So that's past the Rainbow Drop Cave, right? The Rainbow Drop Cave was the one just prior to that, so I expect Adam to make a quick U-turn and head right back and storm the Rainbow Drop, and he might just pop into Sharlock, right? I mean, defense breaking a third of Sharlock, is it better than an Axe Knight? It's probably not, but you don't have to walk 6 minutes to go get the Sharlock.
Yeah, it's a little hard to say. It just depends on what enemies are in that zone. I think the respawn penalty that Archfield will suffer coming back here is pretty massive. It's probably about 2 minutes to walk all the way back, or a minute and a half if it's ahead. So you don't really want to kind of do that. But it looks like I thought maybe Archfield would switch up strats here, but I guess you can't really go off because it was
Yeah, no, I think Hurtmore's the play. Probably, around this point, I think he takes something different, but he is going to take a death here. Archfield planning on exploring for the staff cave. He'd obviously can't hit Sharlock, but he's thinking he's close to 15. 15 might be go, and he's got some exploring stuff to do, so he's going to bail, whereas Adam's going to walk into Sharlock and take their first view here.
The sub-hour rainbow. Not really surprising, considering we started out with Hurtmore, and it felt like this was going to be a very good jet, but it really hasn't turned out that way, just because the exploration has been so common. Very few things like accessible quickly.
Yeah, so taking a look at the Sharlock, well, two things we're going to get here. One is, surprise Adam enters here with 50 SP missing. That doesn't feel great from a grind perspective, but two, we're also going to see, what enemies in what zones, so we know better what to look for in the dive, right? So Axe Knight's always seen in the first zone. Again, Adam is 3 agility from never seeing another Axe Knight again if he doesn't want to, so.
Yeah, Archfield's going directly back, I think. Well, no. The way he's walking, I don't know. We'll see. Does he go south or does he go east? Because he still hasn't seen the absolute northwest corner, which is nothing. He hasn't seen it, so. And we think that he hasn't seen the Hook Trade-In, so he might go that way.
What is Adam doing? Adam self-selected out of the Blue Dragon. He doesn't want that.
Nobody really wants the Blue Dragons.
I understand, but you don't have a great grind otherwise. I mean, yeah, it's a menace, but do you really want to skip offering on those?
Well, it is. we're seeing in chat, on the stream may have hiccuped to where he's actually not super far behind anymore. So I'm okay with it being grinding. So it's not like something gonna get worse. We're just gonna get spoiled on what happens with this particular grinding dive.
Yeah, I think it's better, right? Because as we get into the dive portion of this race, we're gonna want to be side by side.
Yeah, this is actually the best possible time to do it because
Archfield 2XE off of 15, so we'll see if 15 is a go or marginal or if it's a clear no.
I think it's better sooner than later. So I'll leave it up to Kamian. He's still on the button.
Yeah, definitely big thanks to Kamian and Vance and Archie. So Kamian on the restream and Archie on the track. And thank you to the generous Archie for the break for hosting us tonight. Just crossed the hour mark of the scene, so thanks guys for tuning in. Make sure you're following those guys. Make sure you stay tuned to what RP2 Limit Breaks got going on. They're an excellent host for us for this tournament, so keep tuned into them. Don't look now, but I'm assuming we got refreshed because Adam's only 300 XP behind now.
No, it's just really he's just been fighting red dragons. Archfield hasn't been getting as much experience, and red dragons are worth a lot. So I'd still say go ahead and refresh right now, Kamian, because you're going to miss very little in about 5 seconds. Because Z had just died there, and now he went directly back into Charlotte to grind. So, again, looking at his timer, it's about 30 to 40 seconds off, which is much better than the 2 minutes it was before.
We did get 15, which was 5 strength, no agility, 5 HP, and I believe 8 more MP. So we're still not defense breaking Axe Knights. We still don't have enough strength to win the game. But we did pick up another kill more, and we are right there on the cusp of being happy with Death Necklace.
And it does seem like this Charlotte effort isn't fruitless. I'm still wondering if it might... Oh, Archfield running from a golem, that feels kind of bad. Unless he's thinking this is a possible ghost. It's not.
No, I think Archfield is very focused on getting this trade-in done. So much so that, yeah, he's declining golems on 110, which, I don't know.
And Metal Game saying it's the third time he's run away from one, so I don't know. Is there some? I don't think there's anything about them that would drive you away. We'll see if he goes the right path, though. Archfield has to know that he hasn't went across the one bridge over here, and that's the big key.
Yeah, the one big downside of the golem, though, is it is an MP chewer, right? It chews at least 8, if not 16 per fight. So if he had 3 of them that he offered on, he'd be out of MP at this point. He'd have to abandon the search. But again, right, you gotta balance your XP with your exploration, right? Balance your EXP with your EXP. And the person who does that the best usually wins the race. Archfield now choosing to offer on the golem.
Yeah, except when people just get, metal slimes a lot. Sometimes that happens too.
Yeah, the people who get metal slimes are usually just better than the people that don't.
That's true. That's objectively true. So he does take down that one golem. It cost him 1, or maybe it was just a kind of a weird wheel spot. But, again, I just remember there was a bridge.
That northern bridge, and then continue north and then left. Because he'll walk right past the rainbow drop, and then loop back around. He's almost there.
He has fallen into a bit of a gap here, so he might stop in Brack before he continues. I don't know. There can't be that whole lot to that west once he gets up in this area. Because Breck is just to the northeast of this cave with slightly lower resources. It'd be tempting. And he remembers now. Yeah, he's going the wrong way.
You gotta go west. Go west, young man.
Meanwhile, Adam Raptors is taking on Stoneman now, too. Stoneman instead of Blue Dragons is an interesting decision, unless he's changed his mind about those. I have a feeling Nurshville just doesn't remember this area very well. Yeah, he's pretty close, and we'll see if Adam Raptors can actually make it to the spike and get that coveted spike info that everyone is always really interested in.
Yeah, I personally, I mean, make it all the way down here to take a peek at it, but if I clear the treasury out and I know I'm not siding, it's not worth getting that info.
Yeah, I think he's hoping that this spike will carry him to 16. That's what this feels like, casting the sleep on Stoneman and fighting them and not fighting Blue Dragons. I don't know, it is interesting. Blue Dragons are generally better than Stoneman.
Both of the defense broken spikes are tainted, right, with sleep. So you don't feel great about those. You'd probably get there on 2 red dragons, right? You got enough resources for that. 2 red dragons, 2 gold, great.
And Darchfield, is he gonna do it? Oh, he wakes up and gets the green dragon. That would have been potentially race ending if he had got taken out by the green dragon up there.
Yep, so he's just one screen too far north. So if he heads south, he'll get there, but this is a little bit more and then he'll be done and then he'll turn around. Oh, this is that isthmus that he walked. He knows that one.
Yeah, he just didn't get down here because he took the death in the swamp or in the desert instead of trying to get back. So there's actually again, I think he's almost too far to know about there. All right, so again, the key here is how long is Gold Knuckles? This is 16. Adam Raptors is fully in charge of the seed. If it's a little bit longer, there's still a chance for the decision ring lines to and oh no, what are you doing?
Oh no.
I mean, he must have thought that was a little bit longer than it was, but it is 100% longer to go this way than it was to go back.
Yeah, that's a couple of minutes right there. Even if you get XP on the way, this doesn't feel great. Adam, meanwhile, will come up and pick up level 16 on this golem. So it's going to be that's actually not that wasn't that bad of a walk, but still. This is 45 seconds of 0 XP, whereas Adam will pick up 350 in the same time frame.
Yeah, I guess that was a lot more neutral than it felt. And we'll see if he decides to go into Charlock too, or if he goes back to the Axe Knight. The fact that he's going in here makes me think that he's going to walk all the way back to the Axe Knight, because you want to be 100% on that, whereas walking to Charlock would feel a little different. When you see 16, 1, 2, that is very interesting. This is not good enough, I do not think. What do you think?
That's 124 AP with the Death Necklace and 97 HP and 12 heal marks. I don't like it. I mean, it's an average of 9, 14 swings, no doubles. I mean, 9 times 14 does not equal 165.
No, I do not think so. Even a full set of Fairy Water, which with he has Princess and Flute, and he would be using the Death Necklace, so he's at 4 Fairy Water minutes. Archfield, however, is going into Charlock, and we'll see if he hangs around here, if he does the push down and check the zones or what he does. Adam Raptors is continuing on this golem, outflanking it, which makes sense to go to 16. Now I'm a little bit surprised he's doing it, because there's been one constant that we've kind of seen throughout the tournament, and especially in the Asins over 3 years now, is that fluting is not generally a speed strat at all.
So we've seen all the zones. Zone 1, axes and blues are most prevalent. Zone 2, you've got the red scary things, is red dragons and AK-47s. Zone 3 is stone men, green dragons, and then you've got this fight with the golems. So lots of different choices. What do you choose in Charlotte?
Given the choice between red dragons about anything else, I'm usually on red dragons. Zone 2 is also quick enough that you can get there. She's also running from the blue dragons. Man, did the blue dragons have something? Did we miss it? That they are allergic to them?
Blues have hurt more, I know. They may have heal more too.
Oh, okay, yeah, that does make that makes some sense. That you don't want to deal with that. I mean, you don't really want to like swing twice or anything like that to try to kill it, and you don't want to cast stop spell because that's boring. So that makes sense. I was poo-pooing the fairy fluting, but it's kept the Raptors in this fight. In being able to stay here a little bit longer. It's just I don't know if he's getting the experience at the rate he wants. We'll see. Right now there is a 1,900 point gap. We can just kind of put a pin in that and see where this goes.
Yeah, I mean the one big benefit I see of the golem that it doesn't really get talked about a lot is it is a 0 dodge rate, right? So you're not going to take a swing on a low HP and get dodged and get sent home. So that's a little bit of helpfulness. But, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably finish this, but I'm not coming back down to the basement to get this again. I'm probably fighting the axes in zone 1 as I walk through, and then moving on to the red things in zone
2. Yeah, and it makes more sense to me if you think you can make it to the next level by doing that. Like that's what he did to get the 16. That makes sense to me. The whole level on 2 heal mores and just a flute would be pretty crazy, but he's already halfway there.
Yeah, I mean, he's living on a prayer. He's going to take a chance. We'll see if he'll make it. He is a solid 3 more golems away on 1 heal more, though, so...
Well, he got 4 of them on 1 more, so it just depends on how well that flute's sticking. And so far, it's doing its job. I think the average is supposed to be 2 rounds, and I think he's far exceeded that so far.
Yeah, XP lead is 2,200 right now. Again, Adam is on the verge of having to go back home. But, yeah, the XP lead is staying steady, I would say, at worst.
I don't know. And Archfield did stop spell to one of the blue dragons. The rates are high enough that it might actually be faster, assuming the stop spell hits. I didn't actually see what the rate or block rate is, but although every time they cast it, 7 out of 16, that's almost max. The max is 8, so never mind. That doesn't seem good. The experience gap before, what did I say, it was 1,800, 1,900 is now 21. It's still fluctuating quite a bit, but I mean right there, twice the experience. So, and he's now 1 kill away using herbs to get through this golem. If this last golem cooperates just a little bit, he'll get the whole level on the golem with 2 heal mores, which is really crazy.
I'm really conflicted on that herb because there's not a quick. I mean, Kalen's the quickest spot to refill, and you might be heading there from Fairy Waters anyways. But we got the crit, and that will take him out. So he's gonna ding 17 here. Level up on 17 comes with 13 power, 1 agility, 6 HP, 5 energy. Puts his AP at 127, 137 with the dex benefits. Are you going, or are you grinding?
I'm 100% going in this. He's got a silver shield, so he's not worried about losing heal mores, even with the slightly lower hit points. At 137 afterward, you're clearing a little bit over 12 swings. I would just say 12. That's like almost all of that, and he's got 13 heal mores. It's in my mind a +3 scenario, which is super comfortable. And he's already seen what's down here. He knows that zone 2's scary. I don't know what he thinks.
Yeah, I mean the math says you need 12 to 13 swings. 12 swings is going to clear the deal almost 70% of the time. That 13th swing brings it up to 98%. So you're talking 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, there, you're good. It's a dive, right to the submarine, hit the bottom.
And he is basically one full dive ahead of Archfield, maybe even a little bit more than that. It's because he still has to get the whole other level and then refresh. And he is in control of this race right now. As much as anyone could be in control when you're stuck in the desert with armed knights, that won't let you run.
Yeah, the only question outstanding is will he take the refill on Kalen? I know he's historically conservative and likes to have a full set of resources, full set of everything. But his artwork night is being silly with him, but restarting his table is not a big deal here. So I think he's got to go without the herb. If he goes back and gets the herbs, he's going to get a talk about it.
So this is an interesting decision on Archfield. He went back here, to get herbs to try to make sure he gets the level. But is he going to have fairy water? Will he be doing a dive and dive to win this?
2,000 XP to go. He's not defense breaking ever anything, so he's taking damage the whole way down. I feel like that's a bold play. There's no way. I mean, we're talking about 124 on 12 Gilmore. I don't like that at all. I need 19 swings. It's probably 17, 16 swings with fairy water. Do it. So he needs the level. What does fairy water do for you? What's the next level particle?
That or he's just getting it out of the way since he had to cast for power in the first place. And now I don't think he's actually going. No, he could spare that. That MP isn't correct, although it does feel weird. So maybe he's just getting the supplies now so that he doesn't have to do it later. I always hate the preemptive fairy water purchases, though. Some people really like that sort of thing. I don't. Yeah, this tells us that that's at least one.
Yeah, the preemptive fairy water purchase and the preemptive Princess Rescue both just really imprint on me that you're not focused on hyper efficiency. Right? You're just doing it because you think it might be the right thing to do, and in reality, it's not. It doesn't pay off the long run. This game truly is a maximization problem, and how do you maximize what's in front of you? And nobody's ever going to do it perfect at any scene, but it's who can do it the best in any given scene.
We want to shout out Archfield for doing the hurt to kill the werewolf. Hurt more plus hurt will almost always kill a werewolf. Swinging on werewolves is scary because they like to dodge. And I think he saw us sleep too many times and was like, I'm wrong. We're screwed this time.
It looks like Adam is having a little bit of trouble with these AKs in the zone. I mean, 87 agility is close to 50-50 to run. But 50-50 to run means that there is a 1 in 8 chance that you run fail at least 3 times.
Yeah, I think I know your general tendency is to never swing on the way down. I am in a situation like this, I wouldn't unless I'm in the basement. There we see the first Humor lost on this somewhat persistent Red Dragon. He's got a couple to spare, but it's just not letting him go.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing is he entered this fight with less than full resources, right? He didn't have full HP. I get you don't have a full set of herbs here, but just because you're not on a full stack doesn't mean you don't use them. You can't take them with you.
Yeah, herbs are for the dive. That's one of my favorite things to say. Herbs are for diving. They're not for the Dragon Lord. You're more likely to lose a heal more by not using your herbs than you are to get the Dragon Lord without herbs. Or, the other way of putting this is that you are not, one of the 2 people who will always just get down there with it, no problem. So take care of yourself.
So Adam is down to 11 Healmores now, which still puts him at a solid favorite. He's probably in the high 80s to win this thing on this dive. But if he loses another Healmore here, which he could definitely do to this Green Dragon, well, he can't. Yeah, no, he could. Sleep plus the deal 2 would knock him out. But
Yeah, he could have just been toast, and I think he kind of wished maybe he had the fairy water to not see these guys, but the fact that he got run walked by snow by green is pretty gross.
Yeah, Adam used the first floor fairy water, and I didn't see any greens on the first floor, so maybe he should have saved it for this one, because this bottom zone's full of greens too.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what was where, but that would be a very interesting strategic thing to do. Yeah, Armor Knights and Green Dragons, so this is a bit of a scary third zone. We know the Golem's in the spike, he's got the flute, as long as the Golem cooperates like it did before. Things are still looking positive so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's got enough HP that he can basically damage race the Golem and flute to play it safe if he needs to. Still sitting on a couple of herbs to get back to full before DL1. And yeah, I mean, at this point, if he gets there on 89 MP with a near full bank of HP, it's basically academic. But we'll see. Walking with 56 HP is not what I would do here. Those herbs are... Yeah, this is getting close now. He's out of herbs. And he's still got a spike town to go. Plus, it's about 20-ish steps.
Yeah, he did get a little bit of a hurt thing there. Yeah, no herbs left, right? This is a bit scary. The DL1 and this Golem might be the bigger deciders in what happens.
Honestly, the 11 steps between the Golem and the DL1 is really where the decider is going to be. I think the Golem, as long as he continues to flute, he'll be okay. DL1, I mean, you're going to lose some of the HP anyways to the Death Necklace, so you can pre-DN if you're at this HP range. The real question is going to be is there going to be an AK-47 or a green that decides to stop right in the middle here?
And he does get through the Golem, only got hit once. That's about best case scenario. And then Armor Knight.
I didn't say it. I did not say it. If he asked, I didn't say it. He does get away. 77 HP, immediate Death Necklace. Good call here. This is tight. 11 heal mores, but if he takes a hurt more from DL1, he's basically going to lose one of those heal mores before he even enters the DLC fight. You don't want to enter the DLC fight at 40 or less. Great first hit for 49. Decent hurt more there, only took a 20. 39, not enough, takes another hurt more. He's got to heal more here. Down to 10. He needs 12 swings to clear 70% of the range. He needs 13 swings to clear the entirety of the range. He's still just taking a beating from this guy. He needs first action here.
And he does not get it. So that hit was a little too much. I mean, he does the Silver Shield, so he is nerfing some of this. Only going to be hit to 47 at max, but doubles would be a miracle scenario. You're not expecting that at this point. First hit was a 14.
101 XP, 101 HP after the end is not going to be the double here. Second swing is an 18, bringing him to 32. I mean, if he only gets 11 swings, he clears 19% of the L2s. I think that's the range we're in right here. Third swing 9, that's 41.
He's rolling 9 to 18, I believe.
Almost had the double heal more there. I don't think you can. You don't have the leash to do that, but he almost was in the danger zone there. 55 on that one after 4 swings. A nice 14 there, bringing his total to 69. He's down to 4 heal mores here. He's got 5 to 6 swings left in him. 79 and 6. Archfield, meanwhile, is diving for the win. He's 17. He's got everything he needs. The only difference is no Silver Shield.
17 is nice. That's 96, correct?
Yeah, it's 96 and 7. So he's right on pace. 13 and a half is what we expect to see on these swings. He's staying right on top of it.
He's thinking about it.
Is he? Oh, no. He thinks. He cast the hurt more. No go. Okay, I think he had a chance here. And then the hurt more again, and he's going home. Archfield all of a sudden in the driver's seat.
Yeah, but we do want to mention there's about a minute gap. However, Adam Raptor's going to be eating up a lot of time here because he got football away to So, yeah, our attention basically flips right back to Archfield, who has just made it into the second zone. I don't know if this one's scarier or not. It's not comfortable at all. Really, the first zone was sort of comfortable, and it had 2 sleep enemies in it.
So, assuming Adam had 4 more swings in him, which is about what he had there, he was expected to finish right at 150. So, I mean, that's tight, right? I mean, odds of swinging above, right? I mean, you got about a 20% chance to swing about 3 points above that. Really, you're only covering 20% of the DL2 range, so I don't mind the hurt more there, right? Because you got an 8% twice, so 16% chance versus about a 16% chance. So it's about, I think that's a coin flip on which whether you keep swinging or whether you throw the hurt more there.
Yeah, I don't know. I always like giving myself 2 chances at hurt more if I'm going to do it. So when he decided to do it, I think made sense. But meanwhile, Archfield is now throwing out the herbs, staying up above the water. And we have Armor Knights and Red Dragons in the zone. They're pretty thick here. He is not defense breaking anything. Gets slumped by a werewolf, who is just weak breath, but that's still damage that's taken. There's a lot of just getting picked at here. Second dose of radishes for good luck, I think.
I do appreciate that. I hope that works out for him. But yeah, Archfield taking chip damage here, and it's just costing him the herbs left and right. Right, and Archfield's trying to stay at max or near max the entire dive, knowing how many different things can cast to sleep and keep him down for 3 rounds, or honestly just an AK or a Red Dragon that just says no.
Yeah, he's doing. He's keeping the hit points up, and that's what you really have to do. That was the one possible argument to make against Adam, is that he let it go a little bit low on a couple of occasions. But he's got the fairy water. He doesn't have the extra hit points because he already has the death necklace on. So he's got to be a little bit more careful. But it's really just going to come down to how well he's going to be able to run away from these reds.
Yeah, meanwhile, Archfield is on the bottom floor, making his way around the spike. He does not know the spike, but he is at full MP, right? This dive reminds me a lot about our game 1, where I lost 3 healers on the way down, and you retained everything. But that's just kind of how Sherlock works sometimes. Archfield did do a good job of putting himself in the situation to hold on to his heal more, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to who can spread that damage out the best and still walk around it. So,
and he just lost. Okay, he's throwing the spare heal out too. The Star Wyvern, not great, and didn't even throw out the hurts. It just hit him twice. Oh, he couldn't run. Armor Knight, okay, gets away, and now he's going into the Golem spike. He may lose a heal more between now and the DL1 fight, but he still has his 3 spare that Adam Raptors had already lost 2 of them, I think, by this point.
Yeah, Adam lost 2 on the dive and 1 on the DL1. Meanwhile, Archfield still got the full complement of 13. This Golem is being very cooperative, doesn't wake up a single time. Archfield is going to enter DL1. He's not putting the death necklace on early, which I feel like if you're not going to heal that is a mistake, but it doesn't matter because he's plus 3 heal more still.
Yeah, I was going to say, the one argument against this is that if you do have to heal more on DL1, you can get the full heal more out of it, to where it might hit you and you're still above water, to where the death necklace kicks in. That's the one thing you don't really see people think about. Yeah, he's going to throw the heal more now, and he should be able to absorb whatever DL1 does. So that's actually working out really well for him.
Yeah, 12 heal mores, 13 swings, pitch needed. Yeah, wow, he's getting much worse DL1 luck in terms of swing power. But Archfield entering into the Dragon Lord 2 fight, much better shape. Does not get back attack, starting below 11.
Yeah, just all these small things that did not tilt Adam's way, that actually tilted against him, that hasn't done the same for Archfield, is helping to put him in a better position. But the rolls are not. That's 20 after 2 hits. That is almost nin.
Yeah, 20 and 2 out of an expected 27. That's painful. Double Healmore?
Yeah, he just lost that, and he needed to. He would have been dead if he would have swung. Oh gosh, 32. He's still rolling well below average.
So this is still a thing. We're gonna look for a couple of decent swings here to catch him back up. 43 will not do it. That's 43 and 4.
Another below average swing. You expect these things to snap back at some point, but you only have so many swings.
There's 60 and 5, still minus 5. Another 9, 69 and 6. Adam did that in 5 swings on his first fight.
And he didn't roll particularly well either. This is kind of gross. 12?
12 is 81. That's he's coming up a little light. Adam is on the spike with 11 Healmores. 14 out of Archford's with 95. There's a 17, maybe too little too late, but he's at 112.
He's still within range. He's ahead of Adam as far as how many Healmores he had left. So there's a 12.
124. 3 swings to go. As long as they're not all mins, he'll cover some of the range. 138. He's not a lock, but he's got a shot here. 2 swings to go. Big one, 153. Not a guarantee, but a very strong favorite. Last swing, 10. 163 is enough. Archfield will take this out and will take down game 3.
Yes, he's the first one done on screen. We are a little nervous just because of the lag to say anything for sure here, but Archfield played this seed well enough to be in a position that if his opponent died on the dice, that he would be able to get it, and that's sometimes what you have to do in the tournament. I think his play overall was very solid. He just didn't quite have the exploration that Adam did early on, and suffered a bit there at the end for it. But made a lot of good decisions and was able to pull through here. And yes, he does come through with the win. A final time of 132.40.
Yeah, so this will be Archfield advancing into the quarterfinals. Is this the furthest the Archfield's made it into a summer standard tournament?
It is.
That's a big one. That's got to feel pretty good for him. Adam, I know he's not done here on screen, but as we had a little bit of lag here, we'll probably see him finish up any second now if this side is successful.
And he will be joining us here in just a little bit. So we do see Adam Raptors again. I have no idea where the count is, but I have this feeling it's going a lot better than the last one did.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 more Healmores entering into the fight. I hope it goes a little better.
Yes, and we keep seeing him swing down here. 57 hit points. He's not really in danger with the Silver Shield getting doubled up, but he knows that one's guaranteed. Swings it and takes down the Dragon Lord. GG's in chat to Adam Raptors, getting it done on the second dive. Just unfortunately not enough to come through with the win here.
Yeah, Adam about a minute behind on stream. His official finish time is 1:33:19. So we are looking at a time differential there of 39 seconds. Right, we're not talking about much, right? That's a couple of encounters on the dive. Crazy close match. Well fought by both of them. Archfield is working on making his way in here after I'm sure he does some breathing exercises to lower that heart rate back down. But we do have our second place finisher, Adam Raptors, in the booth. Congratulations, Adam, on a well fought race. I know it didn't turn out the way you'd hoped, but nothing to be disappointed in here.
No, I'm good. It was a fun race. It was a tough race, and I can't always beat great runners or whatever. I lost by 40 seconds or whatever, so I'm not too unhappy about that. Obviously the Charlotte or the Dragon Lord death was really unfortunate, but what can you do?
Yeah, I think that type of response really shows the kinship that this community already has. We got another ding in here, and we've got our Shield joining as well. Congratulations, our Shield, on the win. Well fought. Definitely, I'm sure, was a little stressful for you, but I'd love to hear your initial thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I mean, GG for Saul, Adam.
Yeah, GG to you as well. Awesome series.
Awesome series. I loved it. I'm not a huge fan of level 1 or more seeds, but this one was kind of interesting. I'm not a huge fan of I think I got it there, so give me a second.
Sorry, we got you to talking about not being a fan of purple seeds and all that out.
Oh, yeah, that's something I push it back at. But, yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of level 1 seeds. That was pretty interesting as they go. Obviously, I don't know, I can't remember at this point if I saw the path that it turned out Staff of Grand Cave was on. I was pretty sure I remembered that, and I might have even seen it and just didn't take a note. And if I didn't, that's on me. But needless to say, when I got up to the race room and when I finished against the Dragon Lord and saw that Adam wasn't finished yet, I was really shocked because it certainly felt like I was 15 minutes buried on that one. So, you know.
Yeah, so I took a really unfortunate Starlock or Dragon Lord death. Yeah, I even put on the deck death and like got to I had 96 and I like with 2 heal points or whatever. So yeah, I took a Starlock death. That kind of like 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I actually think I thought you did as well because I'm like, okay, I'm dead or whatever. I like if I felt farther ahead or far ahead at all, even, I might not have even tried the Dragon Lord fight, but I think it was correct to try. And the Dragon Lord one was terrible. It cost me 2 heal wars basically. Yeah, it was just that stuff was just a total disaster.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate to hear. Because yeah, I didn't play super well, to be honest, and that's the way it is. It's Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Yeah.
We've been there. We've all absolutely been there. So
I've actually not been there before. This is the first time I've ever had a Charlotte death in a tournament race.
Wow, that is pretty remarkable.
I'm just like super conservative in terms of like what I dive on and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, obviously 17 was like very clearly going nothing early as well, so.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to squish the numbers every way I could to convince myself that I was far enough behind that maybe 16 makes sense if I take full fairy water and stand on my head and swing on 38, but it doesn't. So the next level, of course, was good.
So what were your guys' feelings like when you found the Molder? I'm curious.
Yeah, so for me, I explored the wrong direction first. So I found the Rainbow Drop Staff of Rain stuff first. I didn't feel like I was way too far behind. Like, yeah, Archfield could have gotten at like a 2 to 3 minute, like a whole exploration on me, but like that exploration was really good for me. So I wasn't too unhappy to see Rimmelda. The exploration thing that I thought hurt was not going through the swamp gate the first time I found it. And Hawksnest was right there. I was just assuming Hawksnest was kind of where the coordinates were.
I'd already seen where the coordinates were.
If you're a pro that paints, the real question is how much are you paying per gallon? Everyday low prices on bare paint, stains, and primers only at the Home Depot. And pros get up to 20% back in rewards with our Pro Extra Paint Loyalty Program. That's how pros do more. Visit homedepot.ca/bearpro.
I think the only thing I thought was, in most situations, I go through that swamp. Like, that swamp is sitting there as an area. I was like, I should just go through that, and I didn't. I didn't stay. I just ended up kind of walking around up there, not doing much of anything. So
I just brought it up because it did seem like it was a little bit late going, and you guys had both. You haven't explored it. I think both of you missed something in a fairly long pass. I think that it wasn't too tricky to find, but you guys were there at the exact same time, basically. So I remember thinking at that point, I was like, you know, if they have any special feelings, it's gonna wind up that it doesn't matter. I do think the decision, Archie, for you to grind on the axe line instead of pushing through. Well, actually, you got the swamp. You were basically dead.
I was cooked. Yeah, I was cooked and just checked to see what it was.
Yeah, I wondered about that, but then I never got resources. So, were there a lot of points in Archfield where you were a little bit confused or unsure about what to do? Because there were a lot of times where it seemed like you started to do something and stopped and changed course real quickly.
I'm kind of admittedly falling asleep in that chair a little bit. It's been a very long day so far. So I was mostly just fighting to even focus on stuff. There was this, I think when I got, because I was even trying to think, like, yeah, I mean, probably about 45 minutes in, I was like, okay, I just have to put one foot in front of the other. I'm probably going to mess some stuff up. I think I returned out of Staff Cave, if I remember correctly, and I'm not sure if it was just short enough back to Rainbow Drop Cave, and then I had to walk all the way back, and I was like, on the way, I was just like, that might have been wrong, but I actually can't care about it at the moment. I just have to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Sometimes you do have to kind of reevaluate things, especially if you're a little bit tired. I sometimes get a little tunnel vision.
Me too.
You know. But yeah, you know, Adam, I think you're handling this result a little bit better than I would have. I'd be very sorry. I went out on races where I thought I was going to win and then had something like Sherlock happen before. I think a couple of times now, usually against DK, because for some reason I usually face him in the playoffs. So, do you have any thoughts about any other thoughts about this race or about the tournament as a whole?
I love the tournament. I look forward to it. You know, like this is my, you know, this is the second year I've done it. I've had a blast both times. I just think playing Dragon Warrior Randomizer is really fun. And I really enjoy doing it. I know in the community we get a lot of like, oh, Charlotte like this or terrible. You know, it's like it's part of the game. It's like you try and do what you can. And yeah, I win or lose, I'm happy to play. Like the only sad thing about losing is like, man, I don't get to race anymore. Like these are just really fun. Yes. So Slammer, are you still in the chat? I'm curious how you did.
I'm gonna have to go back and count them. I reached pretty hard, and I think I got close.
Well, I thought you would do better than me for sure. All right.
We'll have to count. I think you got a little more experience than I do. You're much more vigilant in that than I am.
Oh, nice. You got two right there. Not too bad.
You know, I had some warning about this, but that might explain some of the word choices because I felt like Slammer was trying to sound very proper and official at times, and he was reaching for some references. And then,
Yeah.
Did you give him a list of words of the day?
Somewhat. To fill everybody in, Slammer and I used to play Magic the Gathering together, and so in commentating each other's races, we tried to get as many Magic words into broadcast as possible.
Yeah, I felt like I dug deep. I got some good ones out there that I think you missed last time. Delve was a clear one. I did not drop horsemanship, but there were some good ones.
Level up is the easiest one, and I missed it. I'm so sad.
I also did call a magician a meddling mage. I don't know if that counts.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I'm to everybody, like, all the great runners, Archfield not only is a great runner, but, kind of organizing a lot of race. Same with you, Aaron. Like, I really appreciate, having the opportunity to, do something mildly competitive. It's pretty fun. So I really appreciate all the work everybody puts in. And like, there's a bunch of other people I can't. If I name them all, we'd be here, for another hour or so. But I really appreciate all the hard work everybody puts in.
Yeah, second wind, if you don't mind my jumping in. Man, everybody's so fantastic. And the community is so great. Getting to race against people like Adam and just hang out a little bit and do this kind of fun, off-the-wall thing that we all enjoy our ways to varying degrees. It's a lot of fun, and I super enjoy the tournament, and I really appreciate everybody who pitches in because I think it's a lot of fun for people to participate, however they participate. A lot of people are just viewers. People just play seeds on the side, don't race. And it's great to have everybody in the community just get together and do this fun thing and have a competition. So yeah, that's great. Thanks guys for doing everything you do, volunteers, and thanks everybody over here tonight.
I speak for all of them. It's our pleasure, especially for the race that was so well fought. I know both of you, I think, have some feelings about if I said it was a very good race, but this is the sort of race that Nick that burns your hair. He's like, oh, I have level 1 hurt more in a bunch of different directions to go. Oh crap. So it's very easy to feel like you're not necessarily doing the right thing when you have so many options.
No, I actually thought my early game was just like amazing. Just in terms of like one-shotting like Star River and killing Armor Knights early. Like I thought I was getting like really good experience early on. So I was accused that the thing would be like it starts getting torched or whatever, and like this 84 HP doesn't do anything, or that sort of thing. But like I was pretty safe in terms of like my exploration and my experience early on. So I wasn't that nervous. It wasn't like nerve-wracking at any point.
I think the one thing I'm most disappointed about the entire scene is that I might have heard more about it.
Yeah, I thought maybe you thought that you couldn't run, but then I looked at your agility and it was hard.
It was fun. I just wanted to kill.
That would have been fun. That would have been a story.
Well, if you would have landed the hurt more on the wizard, I probably would have landed the hurt more on the dragon lord. So
That's fair. In some way, one of us gets absurd RNG and then haven't seen it person.
So with this race, wrapping up our challenge, we'll be moving on to the quarterfinals. So here's the big question: who do you want to face?
Who do I want to face? I don't know. To be honest, I didn't really think about opponents very much. I just kind of cruise along. It's not really a big deal. You're both awesome. Yeah,
Nah, you got them both. Either of them doesn't matter.
If you want to try, you can just both team up and race me and see what happens.
Losing to me.
I said unfinished. You can look at that however you want.
When are the two of you racing? Have you scheduled it yet? Doesn't look like it according to the internet.
Nah, probably next week, maybe Tuesday, and something. I don't know. My schedule's been in flux, and his schedule is not so much on the weekends, so it's a little tight to figure out. But it might have been going tomorrow, but I've had like migraines the last couple of days, and I don't know that I'm going to have a good sound mind to do it. I don't want any excuses on my end. Did you see the raining schedule, which has some things on there that it hasn't been updated.
Yeah, like player 3 and player 4.
Well, I mean, there's one series. So you have the race tomorrow night. Is the only race that's scheduled between DK and Kilo Kilo at 9 o'clock. If that goes to a game 3, that will then be Friday at 9 o'clock. And I believe after that we have Sunday at 4 o'clock is Middle Dream and Pretty Series again. Game 3 between Nineveh and EMP is Monday at 3. Middle Dream and Hoodie are meeting at 7:30. I believe that's Wednesday and Thursday. Hey, look, for some reason it's not updated. I don't know why. But I pretty much just told you that's left. And then me and Slayer used some of the schedule, and Angel and Beta. I think Angel just wanted the full a month off. He was actually done pretty early and then didn't have any first job matches. So he's just been taking a nice big vacation. He probably forgets how to play.
I doubt that. I'm fairly well playing, so I know how to play Dragon Warrior randomized.
Well, I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure what Beta is. I think Beta expects to lose, but I for one expect them to win game 1. This might be the advantage that Beta will actually have a game 3 and that won't be an overtime scenario. Sorry. Anyway, I believe I started here. You guys have any last words or thoughts to share? I think you've said quite a bit though.
Nope, y'all are awesome, and I look forward to watching the rest of the tournament.
And y'all are awesome, and I look forward to playing these 2 more games. Alrighty, well, I believe we're going to go ahead and raid Zarnaz, who's playing through Shadow Blade. I think this is somewhat novel range, so do you want to take us out, Summer?
Sure, yeah. On behalf of our Richie Limit Break, on behalf of Cammy and Renakai, our restreamer, and on RG365, our tracker, and Aaron, our co-coms. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you guys all have a great night. There's going to be more Dragon Warrior action tomorrow.
Good morning, Free Enterprise fans. Morning where we're at, wherever you're at. Hope you're having a great day. We have ourselves the final day of round 2. We're kicking it off with a great race between Soapbox Gamer and Kedril in the Highway to the Zenith Zone 6 tournament. My name's Acacia, and I'm joined on the mic once again by Oregon Mike. How are we doing today, Mike?
We are doing just fine, thank you, Vitasia, and I'm looking at this race. It's going to be a good one, it seems.
Yeah, both Soapbox Gamer and Kedril, 2 longtime members of the community, so they certainly know what they're doing. Unfortunately, they both started off 0-1, so this is going to be a critical game for both of these runners to keep a lot of their long-term goals alive in this tournament. And we have some interesting objectives. Let's see, I'm counting 2 moon objectives, right? Crystal Sword Ultra on Masamune.
That's correct.
2 hook objectives with Pigtail and Launch the Falcon.
Also,
And then just an assortment of everything else.
and I count 8 required key items for those 8 goals. 2 for the Legend Sword and Adamant. 2 for the Pigtail. You need the Pigtail itself and the hook. 1 for the Tower of Zoth. 1 for burning the Village Mist. 1 for the getting to the moon with the Darkness Crystal. And 1 for the Baron Castle. So
Absolutely. And
let's see, a little bit of scrambling for finding key items off the top. We'll see what comes out of this.
yeah, we have a Rosa stuff now, and we were talking a little bit ahead of time. Rosa, I think, is one of my favorite anchors because she typically isn't so speedy as to speed up the mid to late game. She doesn't have a lot of agility manipulation, but a Rosa anchor, if you have, depending on your setup, I love Rosa as the agility anchor. If you have a Hero's Robe and an Artemis Bow, enables just a fantastic door cry if we get the loot. So that's personally what I'm rooting for today. We'll see what ends up happening though. Like you mentioned it, there's a wide spread of key items required for these objectives. And really, both these runners very capable of doing everything necessary. So we should be in for a really fun race.
I'm just thinking about the Crystal Sword and Masamune Altar are both pretty dangerous spots in general, aren't they? Certainly Masamune is the, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the Yogo Pogo spot vanilla-wise, is it not?
Correct. That is a very dangerous spot. It's among the highest dangerous spots in the game, and it certainly, it doesn't matter what you do. It hits hard, it's got high magic attack, so everything is a little bit rough. Crystal Sword Altar is interesting because it's normally the winner's fight, and the big danger about that fight really is the Blarg. It really has pretty low magic attacks and relatively low HP compared to the other spots around it. So honestly, Crystal Sword Altar, not overly dangerous, depending on what you find there. You can spike something generally doable.
And here we go. We'll see who is partnered with Rosa to get this underway. We have Iridia, White Mage and Black Mage together at last, and a Rune Axe to start, so that's not going to help them out.
No, and
Lunar Sparkle.
yeah, with this party, I think we're going to go ahead and start to get this party rolling. This is always the first question in every scene. Where are you going to go loot? Sometimes if you have more moving characters, you get away from lighter looting, but I think we might have to dive a little bit deeper. I might start maybe with the Templin Castle with this party.
Certainly one of the options we've seen several times in this tournament. Soapbox Gamer turning right around and heading into Baron to just grab the 3 items that are just lying around. A Lilith Rod and a Diamond Bracelet. We've got Mum Bomb sitting in the Baron Inn casting with one of the twins.
That was an Elven Bow, which is a great starting bow for Rosa as well. So Lilith Rod, Elven Bow, and I thought there were some Medusa arrows. That's enough really to get us going if we really are trying to push things. I might still do a little bit more reading.
Chat is telling me that is a fake kid. Thank you for helping me keep the twins straight, chat. Hedro also moving Baron and doing a little bit more extensive reading. Soapbox Gamer headed to Damsia to check out what's hidden in the blossom of the destroyed castle. We're seeing a lot of axes. We've got a Rune Axe handed to us, an Ogre Axe in the Baron Inn, and now there was a Dwarf Axe I think I just saw.
Dwarf Axe is fantastic because that is some good, that allows you to back row glitch both Cecil and Kane. It's the only thing that Kane can back row glitch with. Also, a couple of great claws. Cat Claw Poison. Yeah, the Damsian is Find Your Yum, really, because I saw some headbands, karate keys. There was some charm arrows as well available for sale, for pickup. So, really,
Sorry, we have Starbills for sale in Peru. So that might play into it as well. So we're going to see half of the Teroya treasury, but not the big room.
yeah, I always like to call this the pauper's treasury because it's the poor man's treasury. It's right next door to where you get all the real good goodies. And sometimes you can spice up the decent.
Well, there's Odin for that Rydia.
We had a wonderful conversation yesterday about the efficacy of Odin and how it's at best a coin flip, and at worst it can really be kind of a dangerous trap. I consider it money personally.
Soapbox Gamer is headed into the Antline cave, possibly to see the bosses down here.
Yeah, we have some decent equipment. I mean, this is a great spot. We certainly have the equipment to go ahead and take out. It's only 1,000 HP at this spot, so it's doable with relatively minimal equipment. But Rosa can take it on its own. while Rydia, we're just hoping survives, so we can get a little bit more experience.
But we know it's not Mumbomb who would add another 9,000 hit points to the spot, so we have some guards.
Oh, this is perfect. I'm using, those 4 races that we're gifted with to start with. I'm fine with clearing this out quick. The officer running away, because this isn't going to be a big experience spot no matter what.
Just enough maybe to get that kid some magic points.
Yeah, 5 levels, that's just enough to get things going a little bit. Meanwhile, Kendall is going to give us our first look up at Mount Hobbs, and we have a pan. That is so nice to see this early.
That could also potentially lead the runners away from Fabul Castle. So if there's something from defending the crystal, from doing the gauntlet, it might lead them away from that instead of leading them towards it, waiting to do 1 trip to Fabul rather than 2 or 3. But we'll see what happens. So there's Azura. If you needed white magic, we have a white mage for our heroes, so it's not necessarily the most useful summon to find.
No, I mean, if she's the 3rd best white mage with Asura 2/3 of the time, but we already have the best white mage guaranteed to always get everything. And here's a cane up on Mount Hobbs. And a blue robe. Is it a good blue robe or a bad blue robe?
It's a water hag. It's a dodgy water hag.
And it looks like...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it looks like Kane might be equipped with the Ancient Sword because he missed on both Silfox Gamer and Kendall. And that is kind of a rough spot to be in. Just immediately missing with a melee fight. Using the back row for not necessarily playing.
We're getting directions to believe in yourself and be strong. I was going to say, no word of a lie, I have lost the vanilla water hag fight in playing vanilla Final Fantasy IV, so I know this guy can be tough. Mind you, Edward is not necessarily the best of fighters.
It's nice to see that both runners got through, and they both did prioritize getting their Rydia the experience, which really is going to be key here, because all we need to do really is find a Leviathan or Bahamut summon or some sort of sweeper, and that Rydia becomes just murder child at this point.
That gives us a melee fighter to go with our 2 spellcasters for both runners. Let's see what they do next. Soapbox Gamer has the can, and is going to go to Febble anyway.
Yeah, from a natural progression perspective, it's just going ahead and doing Febble at this point in time. I think you get so much from the experience boost because it's pretty good experience for a relatively low difficulty fight. And what you gain from getting those 3 to 4 levels on your party enables, ordeals to be much cleaner, enables bearing in to be much cleaner. It's just kind of a good natural progression, honestly, that I used to be team faithful and now I'm team. That's just part of my path.
Fair enough. I certainly don't disagree with the option. It was more speculative that with that hand there, they might try to do all of the rule in 1 trip, but we'll see. And we'll see who this is. If maybe it will deter Soapbox Gamer from taking this fight. And that is Valvalis.
Well, isn't that nice? We just got our nice, lovely cake just right away.
Now that does mean this is not going to be the only logical progression to the underground, correct?
Correct. Whatever is here is not going to be in the object. Well, it can't logically be our way to the underground. So if this is the hook, we can know with 100% certainty that decay is going to be available somewhat soon.
Kedril also going to be capable of having 8 guards on the bottom of the Ammonite cave and acquiring facility again.
I do really appreciate that Chocobo summon in the Soapbox game. It did, decent damage, almost 200 damage. So, not exactly what you would call a powerhouse, but every little bit helps, especially at this point.
You use the tools you got.
Absolutely. Yeah, as Lord Cooper points out, I would not be taking this right now. And I think the fact that it's now reinforces it, because you know this isn't going to be your logical progression into the underground. You're going to wait till you can come in and just blow this up. It can be a much faster fight later. And you got the pan, so you know you're going to be able to get underground without coming here anyway. I think if you think it through, yes, this is going to be a relatively, put this off now that you've seen it.
That said, most runners seem to be committing to it.
Well, that might be the counterplay as well. If you see it and say, no, I'm going to nope out and go somewhere else. Some runners are like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it now because of that.
Well, you see it and you think, well, my opponent is clearly not going to do this thing, so I better do it. And why not? Who knows, we might see something truly incredible behind this fight.
I want to see it. That's what I'm thinking. Oh!
So far, clean the wind. Yeah, with the power staff.
Yeah, that was a strong hit with the power staff there.
We'll see if it was worth the time. The pigtail, well, that is one objective.
I'm happy to see it. I'm actually very happy to see the pigtail this early. One, there's potential for a pretty decent item that can enable going into the underground pretty quickly if we do end up needing the hook. So I'm happy right now. Kendall also threw it.
Yeah, Kendall seems to go through that a little bit quicker. I'm not sure if the difference can be chalked up purely to luck, or if there's some difference in equipment that the two of them had.
I think Soapbox in general has done a little bit more looting, but I think what Kedril has looted is certainly, he had kind of a better rhythm.
Would Kane being in the middle slot for Kedril have any impact on that?
Well, I mean, the only real weapons we found for Kane for things like rune axes and the ogre axes, they have lower accuracy, but when you're in the middle slot, it increases the accuracy of the attacks. So, yes, I gotta say that's probably helping accelerate Kane's damage, and realistically, he's the one doing the most damage right at the moment.
Soapbox Gamer seems ready to go up to Mount Ordeals, or at least stopping the Chocobo Forest to find the poison arrows that were hiding there. And Kedril going to possibly try this Mum Bomb out to see if he can get Quake Kid.
I kind of like the idea of trying to get your Palom going right now, because you haven't found a decent summon for Rydia. If I'd already found a Leviathan or Bahamut, I probably would put this off because I already have my sweeper. But since I don't, hey, yeah, let's get this quick kid rolling.
I'm thinking of endgame too. You've got 2 nukes and reflect, very easy.
Yeah, but
That was a heavy explode.
it was a heavy explode. That's the problem with Bomb Bomb at that specific location. Worth noting, yeah, those bombs have quite a bit of magic resist there, so now we got to chew through them. That might be one of the worst spots for Bomb Bomb, because normally you just try to hit it and it falls over.
Fortunately, they don't have many hit points here. Soapbox Gamer taking on First Ordeals, and we shall see a Lunar Sparkle. Ooh. Wyvern in First Ordeals, opening with Toad.
Toader, oh, that's horrible.
And we've got Odin over here on the Baron Inn, protecting the Quake Pit. Wyvern also indicates that that's not going to be our logical underground progression, correct? I'm trying to remember who gates that. It's Valvalis, Golbez, and Wyvern. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the expert.
I believe that's correct. Oh, we got a small raid. Thanks, Ninja. Here's what I would do. This is super, super interesting. So, with that Toad cast, we have a person in Mysidia who will cast Toad on the entire party.
I love it. I see where you're going. I love it.
Go to Mysidia, get Toaded, go back.
Meanwhile, Quake Kid is holding the magma key, so there is our underground opening. But I really like that thought, Data. That's a fantastic way to open that fight.
Okay, so we got the magnet key. I gotta imagine, let's see, Kedwell might be doing a little bit of shopping before we go underground. 16 minutes magnet key, that's great, honestly.
Just thinking about it, I don't think there's anywhere else that could have been. I think this is the only place left that's not blocked by Valvalis or by Wyvern that they haven't explored yet.
I mean, Mavic points out that Rydia probably has the Toad spell. I know that he has, probably true, but that's less swaggy. If you can't win a race, you gotta swag.
And sometimes you swag even if you can win. Oh, Kane, get out of there. And, oh, it wasn't enough. He's going to get caught up. Oh, and by the skin of his teeth, Soapbox Gamer takes Odin out. Meanwhile, Kedrill is opening up the underground path, causing untold horrific damage to the city of Agard with massive earthquakes. Rowdy Sniper pointing out that neither runner has checked for demist at either mist cave or waterfall. We could also have had a sassy demist at First Soft, which could have blocked progression onward as well. But we know for a fact where the magma key is, and we have underground access for both runners. Kedrill heading right away to bonk Yang on the head, going through the Sylph Cave.
I do like that. I do like immediately saying, hey, I have an objective that I can turn in right away. Let's do it. And it's 3 key items. It's the bonk with the summon, and then 2 for Sheila 1 and Sheila 2. That's looking, we're looking for a lot of key items right now, so you're hoping to get some sort of direction.
There's the Twin Heart. That could be forward progression.
Could be. I'm not excited about it right now when I see Twin Heart. It's not one, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still the summon monsters to check here, the freebie here, and there's still lots of other places to go. But there is Twin Heart, and everyone loves the heart, right?
Team Twin Heart. I said it.
Soapbox Game, we're also going to check land of summon monsters first. I'm sure we'll be going to Bonkyang after this.
We're also checking these shops down here as well. The shops. Oh, Rat Tail.
Rat Tail, that made the book look very valuable.
But the shops in the underground, these sort of gated shops, really are going to have the 2 pieces of melee gear that you're really looking for in terms of black belts and bandanas. Also possible for your casters, things like rune rings, and of course some of their equipment as well. So I always love checking these gated weapon and item shops. Oh, hi Cecil. That's a mean Dark Knight Cecil right there.
Not the spot you want to see someone who we sometimes consider a fairly free fight.
Yeah, the other one was some flavor of Mylon. If it's Mylon and Friends, well, then we're going to check
going to find out. It is Mylon and Friends.
That's not bad. That's doable, not with the party levels we have right now, but really, it'll still be a little bit punchy, but the main thing is that Mylon will cast the Lit Blood. It's a relatively strong magic spot, but if you have some diamond rings, your casters can just coast right through, because diamond does protect against lightning. Speak of the devil, there's a diamond ring just kind of sitting there as well. So Fox Gamer showed us.
Well, we all know that's true to real life, too. Diamonds do protect against lightning. If you're ever out in a rainstorm, just be sure to hold up your wedding ring. Your engagement ring, rather.
Are you saying if you get struck by lightning, then it wasn't a real diamond to begin with?
You may have to have a conversation with your significant other if that's the case. Also,
I look
do not
forward
take
to
my
seeing that
advice.
conversation.
Do not take my relationship advice. Hello, Darkness Crystal, returning the pan to Sheila.
Hello,
Gives us our
Darkness,
moon.
my old friend.
Gives us our moon access. So, that's a fairly big forward leap. Sheila 1 just having a power shirt. Rydia Caller pointed out the Free Enterprise does not support the advice of the commentators.
Good call.